Hey, it's Selena, all the way from Namibia, living in Germany, and here to help your process to Germany very easy and smooth. In today's video, we are going to talk about the three types of visas that Germany requires. So visa number one is called a airport transit visa. So this visa, you need it when you are traveling from one country to another and you're transiting in Germany. So before you book your flight or before you travel, you need to check where your flight is transiting, and then you can get a visa in order for you to change your flights in Germany. And visa number two is what we call a short term visa or the Schengen visa. Now, this Schengen visa is just valid for 90 days. And within these 90 days, you can travel to Germany and you can also travel to specific Schengen countries around Germany. Now, this Schengen visa, one gets it when you are, let me say, coming to visit somebody in Germany, when you're coming just as a tourist, or you're coming on a business trip, or for example, you're coming for medical purposes, then you usually get this 90-day Schengen visa. Now, with this Schengen visa, like I said, you can travel to specific, not all Schengen countries, but also you're not exactly guaranteed that you can directly travel or automatically travel to these countries. Some of them, they also need like extra documentation. They would want to know why you're living in Germany, where in Germany you're living, and your medical aid. So when you decide to travel with a Schengen visa, just make sure that you have these extra documentations in order for you to have the pass from Germany to these countries. Basically, you don't want to travel all the way just to find out that you have a Schengen visa, but still because of A, B, and C, you're not allowed to travel. So basically, for the Schengen visa, you just have to go online, and it's called Vindex. I'm gonna put it somewhere here on the screen. You go online and you apply for this specific visa. You put in all your details, and then you print out the application form, and then you bring it with to your visa application. So there's no much different really from between applying for a visa, Schengen visa, and a national visa. So visa number three, which is the long-term visa or the national visa. This visa you get it if you're coming for a job, for example, or you're coming to do research, you're coming to study, you're coming as a self-employed, or you're coming for family reunification. Then you get a national visa or a long-term visa. Now, with this long-term visa, you're allowed to travel to all Schengen countries. I believe there are about 29 of them. I'm going to put the list somewhere here just to show you exactly what privileges you have with just this single um, national visa living in Germany. And again, with this national visa, as I said, you are allowed to travel around, but then you're not allowed to stay out of Germany for more than 6 months, because then after that, you have to reapply for another visa, because otherwise you are not a resident in Germany if you travel out for more than, like, you stay outside Germany for more than 6 months. If you travel out like for a month and then you come back and you go again, that is applicable, that is okay. But for more than 6 months at the same time, then that is not allowed. So with this national visa, you'll have to apply online. You find the application online, you fill in all your details, and then you print it out and you sign it and put the date. And before you bring it to the embassy, you definitely have to make an appointment. And with this appointment, they're going to send you an email. You also do the appointment online, and they'll send you an email. And in this email, they're going to confirm your appointment and the time slot. And you need to print this out, because sometimes when you come to the embassy, the security wants to see proof that you really are supposed to be there, not just like allowing everybody to come to the embassy. And also, one thing I'll stress on, you need to make sure that you are on time. Not just because the Germans are super punctual, but then it also shows like what type of individual you are and how serious you are if you are there on time. You don't want to arrive after they've already called your name and now you're panicking and you're stressed, and that is not good. You also don't want to show up all stressed and unprepared, because then it shows, just, it throws off some vibes. It's not a very good thing. So you want to be on time, and you want to print out this specific email that confirms that yes, you do have an appointment, and you need to bring your application form with all the original documents and copies of the original documents. The embassy will not at all make copies for anybody. They state that, they make that very clear, that they're not going to make any copies for anybody. So make sure you bring at least even ×2 or ×3 of each single copy. And in most cases in Namibia, they want these copies to be certified by the police. You know, if there's any declaration, it should be done by the police station and certified. So all of these things come in hand. So as soon as you have made your application, you need to make sure that you apply or you submit your application 6 months prior to when you want to travel. You need to make it as early as possible, because processing can really take long, especially if it's like a work visa that needs you to have a residence permit. You really need to give it in as soon as possible, like 6 months prior. You take these documentations to the German embassy in Windhoek, that is Sanlam building right opposite Zoo Park. You go in before your appointment, obviously, and then they're going to ask you a few questions. You need to pay for your visa, like your visa fee, and then they take your fingerprints and they send you back home. And as soon as you go, all you need to do is sit down, pray, and wait. Wait, and wait. And you're not allowed to ask any questions further, you know, because they get so annoyed. It's even stated on the website that do not ask for the status of your application before the time frame is over, which is usually like 12 weeks. So, yes, those are the 3 types of visas that can get you into Germany. And I'm going to make a part 2 of this video, which is basically just going to go more in depth of the types of visas under these 3 visas, or basically 2 mostly, because the other one is just a transit. Yeah. Alright, I hope you've learned something from this video, and if you have any more information, any more question, if you want to add on what I've just said, please don't forget to comment down below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and auf Wiedersehen.